from, what's this? Oh, University of Calgary example. And then later we will be pick up also board examination, example. Okay? Like that. This is redox in basic solution. Now the technique of redox in basic solution, we need to follow the principles of acidic solution first. And then, after the last part, you need to add OH, chuva, chuchu. Okay? OH, and then bingo. That's it. That's only difference. The same technique, but only adding OH in the last portion. Oh my gosh. Okay? So like that. So we have example here. Okay. It's gonna be, okay. Zinc. Example number 1. Zinc plus, what's this? Bromate. Wow. What is the atomic weight of bromine? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, that is 79.70. Okay, gram atom. Okay. Bromate of -1. Okay, is equals to zinc +2. Oh, nakakaloka. Right? Okay. Ganon. Okay. So it looks like simpler, but we still don't know. Okay? Like this. Okay. Now, determine the same story as we did before. Okay, this is 0. Okay. And then the bromate, -2. And then -2 times 3, -6. Okay. So x, okay, plus -6 is equals to -1. Then therefore is equals to x is equals to -1 plus -1 plus 6, because this is -6, then x is equals to +5. So bromate oxidation state is +5. So in this topic, guys, you need to master how to compute the oxidation state and oxidation number. Okay? Like that. Okay, this is +5. Okay. It's easy now to detect. Now we have to determine the oxidation, the loss of electrons means the increase of oxidation number. So zinc from 0 to 2, right? So this is loss of electrons. Loss of electrons. Then from 0 to 2, meaning loss of 2 electrons. And then this is going to be the oxidation, is the process. Okay, and what is being oxidized is the zinc. Okay, and what is our reducing agent? Our reducing agent is still the zinc because we don't have compound. Okay, like that. And then the reverse will be the reduction, the bromate, of course. Okay, like that, bromate. Okay, so it's gonna be like that, bromate. So how can you do this for the bromate? Okay, bromate, blah, 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 so and so. Okay, so zinc plus bromide. Like that, right? Okay, if that is increasing oxidation number, so the oxidation number is decreasing. Okay, nakakalangga. So that is -1. Okay? Like that. So bromide -1. Actually, I wrote only up to zinc +2. Then since my brain cells push me to think, oh, there's this thing, that's why I put bromide negative based on my thinking. Because it will not be like this if there's no another halide. Right? Ang pag-swap na ko during I write, in my reference, I forgot to write the bromine. Okay? That's why I put bromide here, -1. So when I do the reduction, something missing, right? Okay, like that. Okay, so because in this topic you can master, okay, like that. And then we have the from 5 to -1, meaning decrease in oxidation number, meaning gain of electrons. So gain of, okay, from 5 to -1, 4. Right? Like that. Because this is gonna be like this. 5 plus -1 is equals to x. Then X is equals to 4. That's why gaining of 4 electrons. Okay? Like that. Because others also, they will try to add. It's not add 5 plus 1. It's not because this is negative. Okay? It's not like this 5 minus 1 so that it will become 6. So this is not like this. Okay? This is subtraction, right? But we are adding man siya. So 5 plus negative 1. So 4 electrons. Okay? You get the point? Okay. Now this gaining of 4 electrons. Okay, like that. And then this is gonna be reduction process. And then reduce. What is being reduced here? Here's the bromine. Okay. Reduce bromine. And what is our oxidizing agent, mga palangga? Oxidizing agent is the bromate because it's compound. Okay. Like polyatomic ion. Okay? So now go to the half reaction. Oxidation half reaction. Ganon. So oxidation half reaction will be, zinc, is equal to zinc positive 2. Now since this is losing of electrons, meaning to say you have add electrons beside zinc positive 2. So let's say plus X. X is our number of electrons unknown to be solved. Okay, like that. Okay, now first rule, balance the atoms. Okay, one atom of zinc in the left and one atom also zinc in the right. So balance, so charge. Okay, 0, because it's free element, zinc, 0 is equal to positive 2 zinc times 1. So 2 times 1 is equals to 2, right? Then, so what you will add beside 2 to produce 0? Diba? It's 2, negative 2 electrons. So that it will 0 on the right. But let's follow algebraic expression. Because that is only estimation and trial and error methods. Let's say 0 is equals to 2 plus x. Therefore, 2 plus x is equals to 0. X is equal to minus 2. Di ba? Sa'yo siya to understand if algebraic expression rather than putting something so that it will become on the other right. When you subtract, when you add, it looks like, for me, not good. Okay? So, negative 2. Negative 2 stands for 2 electrons. Okay? So, put now 2 electrons beside zinc positive 2. Okay? Pero pwede na po siya guys, master, kayo mo tapag-tapag of number, partnered a number so that it will become the result of the other. Okay? Trial and error method. But I don't like. Okay? So, 2 electrons. The same also in the topic of, guys, what's the one in the slope, like it's in algebra. You remember that one? Polynomial or something like that. You know, the quadratic equation, the trial and error method, a lot, diba? Katong multiply ka, factor polynomial. Okay? So, I would rather use also the quadratic equation when I was in first year college rather than using factor polynomial. Itong x plus y times, gano'n siya. Hindi ko ganahan. Ako itong gamitin ko itong negative b plus and minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Quadratic equation where a, b, and c are the constants in your linear algebraic expression. Ganon. Then the slope will be y is equals to mx plus b. Ganon. And then m is equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That will be the slope. And then if you create an angle of inclination, that will become angle of inclination. For example, tangent theta is equals to opposite side over the base. So for the angle is equals to arctangent opposite side over the base. Ganon. And then if you create a right triangle, it will become the law of Pythagoras Theory. So c squared is equals to a squared plus b squared. Then hypotenuse is equals to the square root of b squared plus c squared. Ganon. In which your hypotenuse is the diagonal, intersection between your opposite side and your base in your right triangle. And this is also known the law of right triangle or the Pythagoras theorem in algebra. And I thank you. Ganon. So that would be the basic foundation. Okay, so I learned that in high school, then up to now I still memorized. Okay, so that's gonna be, okay, now we have reduction. Oh my gosh, reduction. Okay, reduction, half reaction. Okay, we have now bromate. Okay, like that. Nakakaloka mga panangga. Uy! Okay, now, this is gaining of electrons. Meaning to say, plus X here. Actually, guys, this is my own style only, because our instructors and professors before don't do this, put plus X. This is only for the purpose for easy understanding for my viewers. Okay? Actually, we don't have to say plus X, no. Actually, but to make it easier. Okay? Like that. So, bromate plus X, which is the electrons representation, because gaining of electrons, okay, is equal to bromide. Diba? Bromide. Ganun ba siya? Oh, bromide siya, guys. Okay, bromide. Ganon. Okay? Like that. Oh. So what will be happening here? Okay. Now, balance the number of moles. So bromine is correct. And then 3 moles of water will be added here. 3 moles of water, mga palangga. Okay. And then 6H positive, mga palangga. Now, compute for the number of electrons using algebraic expression. Okay. 6 times 1 for the hydrogen plus 1 times negative 1 plus X. Okay, therefore 5 plus X is equal to negative 1 times 1 is negative 1, 0 because water is neutral compound. So X is equals to negative 1 minus negative 5, therefore X is equals to negative 6 electron. Negative 6, this will become 6 electrons. Then your X is 6 electrons. Put that there and remove the X. Like that. O, diba? So it's very, very, clarity, with clarity. So 6 electrons. Okay? Like that. Now, balance the number of atoms. 6H, 6H, ganun. Oxygen 3, bromine, diba? Balance. And then balance the charges again to make it safe. Okay, 6 times 1. Okay, negative 1 times 1. Then plus 6 electrons. Okay? 6 minus 1 plus 6 electrons. Then bingo, negative 1 in the left. And negative 1 for the bromide times 1, negative 1. And water is a molecule, polar molecule 0. Then negative 1 is also negative 1. Perfect. The charge is perfect. Okay, ganon. Let's proceed now the final redox in basic solution. Ganon. Now, take note the number of electrons. Is this equal or not? Not yet. Because you have 6 electrons in your reduction half reaction and you have 2 electrons in your oxidation half reaction. So you need to multiply 3 with your oxidation half reaction to balance the 6 electrons in the reduction half reaction. Okay, so multiply all by 3, right? So it's gonna be 3 zinc. Okay, and then 3 zinc positive 2 plus 6 electrons. So this is now your equation number 3. Okay, equation 1, equation 2. Now you need to add 1 and 3 equation. Okay, so this one, 6H. This one, what? Okay, 1 and 3. Okay, 1. No, it's not 1 and 3. 2 and 3. Okay, 2 and 3. Okay? Yes, 2 and 3 then. Guys. Okay, next 6 electrons will be cancelled automatically because they're in the opposite side. Ganon. Okay? Nakakaloka. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, and now we have to say this. Group all the reactant in circle. So that it's easy for you to put in circle. Okay? Like this, in circle, in circle, in circle, in circle. Ganon. You have the final na. Reduction. So if I erase this one, okay, because we need to rewrite, right? Okay. Basic solution yan guys ha? Okay. Ganon. So we have here 6H positive, okay, plus bromate, like that, okay, and then plus 3 zinc is equals to 3 zinc positive 2, okay, plus bromide, okay, plus 3 moles of water. Okay, ganon. 6H. Hello. Nakakaloka. Hello. Hello.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Okay, 6H positive, bromate, negative 1, plus 3 zinc is equals to bromide, negative, 3 zinc positive, 2 plus 3 moles of water. Now, this is done with the acidic, right? But we are basic solution. We need to put OH in the left and in the right. Okay, like that. We need to put OH. Okay, now, in this situation, how much OH ions you can put in the reactant and in the product? Okay, it's obviously you will put first in the reactant because we have 6H. When you add H plus OH, it will become water. Okay? So we need also to add 6OH, right? So it will say 6OH negative plus 6H is just also equal to 6 moles of water. Okay? Like that. Get the point? Okay, if you add 6OH to 6H positive, it will become 6 moles of water. Okay, so put that here. 6 moles of water and remove the H positive. So 6 moles of water na siya. 6 moles of water. Now you add the 6OH siya plus 6OH also on the other side. 6OH. If you add OH in the left, you also add OH in the right. Be sure the same quantity. For example, 2 moles of OH, you also add 2 moles of OH in the other side. Okay? So the same. Okay. Now, so we have 6 moles of water plus bromide plus 3 zinc is equal to 3 zinc positive, 2 plus bromide plus 3 moles of water plus 6 OH. Now take note the common with each other. We have water in the left. We have also water in the right. Okay? So, the water in the right is only 3 moles and the water in the left is 6 moles. So bigger ang 6 moles. So we need to subtract directly. 3 moles here, cancel. So we have now 6 minus 3 is 3 moles of water. So we put 3 moles of water in the right because 6 is higher than 3. Okay, so 3 moles of water. Okay, plus bromate like this. Plus 3 zinc. Then nawala ng water. Water has been lost. Okay, 3 zinc positive 2 plus bromide plus 6OH negative. Okay. Now, this is your final answer in your redox in basic solution. Why basic? Because the presence of OH tells us that this is gonna be in basic solution. Okay, now, the rules, if it is correct, balance the atoms. Okay, atoms. So, individually get the elements. Okay, hydrogen 6, the other hydrogen in the left is 6 also. Wow, perfect. Oxygen, we have 3 oxygen plus 3 oxygen, 6 oxygen in the left. How many oxygen in the right? Wow, 6 oxygen also in the right. Bromine, we have 1 more of bromine in the left and you have also 1 bromine in the right. Oh. And we have also 3 zinc in the left and 3 zinc in the right. Perfect. So this is correct. This final redox in basic solution. Ganon. In zinc plus bromate is equal to zinc positive 2 plus bromide. Any question? Okay? Like that. You don't have to memorize, just follow the sequence. Okay, the first thing, obtain the oxidation state and determine which is oxidation and which is reduction. And then put the half reactions all. Then the answer will be equation 1, the answer will be equation 2. Now, if there is an oxygen on the other side, put water to balance it. And then put H in the other side. Okay, and then balance first in atoms and second in charges. Both the oxidation half reaction and the reduction of reaction. And after that, adding the 2. Okay, but before adding the 2, ensure that the number of electrons in the oxidation of reaction and reduction of reaction is equal. Okay, and then add the 2, that will be correct. Final answer in your acidic solution. In your basic solution, follow also the sequence of acidic solution. The only thing is that in the last reaction, obtaining acidic solution, you have to add OH. Okay, because normally you have H there, somewhere in the left, somewhere in the right. So the H there will be also the same as the OH you will add. For example, if you have 4H in the left, so you have to add 4OH also in the left. And then in the right also. Okay? So, it will become now a water. O, diba? Ganun lang siya kasimple. If you add OH in the left, add also OH in the right. But in the acidic, it's not the same. Because when you add water in the left, you add H plus in the left. Okay? So, it's not the same. Only the basic is very easy. Okay? The same man siya. Add OH in the left, add also OH in the right. And you need also to understand how to solve the redox in silica solution before you can learn the redox in basic solution. Ganon. Okay? Any questions so far? Mga palangga? Okay, nothing? Okay. Like that. Nothing, ha? Nakaloka. Okay? So there's no question anymore. So what is difficult here, guys, when there are three compounds and one element only, because you need to add water also in the reduction, you need to also add water in the oxidation, like that. Such as the example I shown you a while ago, the hydrogen peroxide, ganon, okay? And then it will lead you to confusion somewhere along the way, because you need to adjust the number of electrons, like that. Too much thing to do. And you should be extra careful to that. But normally naman siya, guys, it doesn't come out, okay, to the examination. But the purpose of understanding lang talaga siya, you have to be careful. If 3 compounds and only 1 element, okay, that's still redox naman siya. Because all compounds are not redox. If there are compounds and there's 1 element will be mixed, that's already a redox. Okay, before I end, okay, all combustion rule. All combustion reaction is redox. Okay? Redox. Okay? Now, single replacement and single displacement are also redox. Okay? Redox also. Now, compound plus element, then compound is redox. Then compound plus element is equals to element is redox. Compound, element, redox. If there's a mixture of compound, element, redox automatically. Okay. Now, if that is all compound, it's not redox. Meaning compound reactant, compound product. Now, if it's also all elements, reactants and the products are not a redox. Okay. So meaning to say, hydrolysis chemical reaction, okay, and neutralization reaction, okay, are not redox chemical reaction. Okay, in dilution, in the expression of concentration. For example, hydrolysis, okay, water plus salt, right? Water plus sodium chloride, and ganon. Okay, water plus sodium chloride will yield hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. These are not a redox. Okay, because all are compounds. Okay, this is hydrolysis reaction in the reactant, and this is neutralization in the product. HCl is a strong acid. Okay, strong acid, and sodium hydroxide is also a strong base. Okay, weak acid is acetic acid. Okay, like that. The formula is C2C3H2O2, like that. Okay. HC2H3O2. This is the formula of acetic acid, in which we use every day in our kitchen. Vinegar. Again, HC2H3O2. So the atoms of carbon is very less, 2, and the atoms of hydrogen is only 3, and the atoms of oxygen is only 2. That's the formula, or the chemical formula of the vinegar we use in our cooking. Okay, like that. Okay. So if I will say vinegar Diba? Pwede kayo. Vinegar plus muriatic acid. What are the products? Only words and statements, right? That you convert to the chemical formula, then you can have the chemical reaction. If you will just know what is that all about. Okay? Or, for example, acetone, right? Acetone plus methanol. What are products? So you have to express the chemical formula H and then make a chemical reaction. The only problem if you don't know how to understand that chemical formula or that statements din nga. Okay? Because also there are difficulties. For example, malic acid. And then the question in the future will say, malic acid plus ascorbic acid, what are the products? And that is a question in the examination on the spot. How can you do that? Right? So it's better really to memorize the basic inorganic liquids and organic liquids, the most common, something like that, okay? Muna siya mga example na marunungangata, okay? Because not all the time always chemical formula, sometimes words and statements. Okay? You get the point? Like that. Okay, ganon. Sometimes, silica. O ganon. Kung sa silica, then is SiO2. Things like that, right? Oh, di ba? Mga palangga. And then silicate. Well, there's a difference between silica and silicate, I told you. Okay? Silica, SiO2. Silicate. Okay? Silicate is SiO3. Why? The same as bromate. Right? Bromate. Oh. BrO3, negative 1. Chlorate, ClO3, negative 1. Here comes the silicate. Meaning to say, is SiO3. Okay? Like that. You get the point? So silicate and silica is not the same. Because silicate ends in ATE, represents a salt. And then silica is really the main compound found in the sand or in the land surface or in the soil. Okay? Ganon. Compound, I tell compound. But if the question will say like this, what is the largest element found in the sand? Your answer will be silicon. Okay? Not oxygen. Because you thought Si and oxygen is bonded together. Remember, oxygen will exist as an oxygen in and it will just evaporate because of a gas when it's being splitted out from a compound. So it's normally silicon, not oxygen. Because the formula is SiO2. Di mo nakakaloka. Okay? Ganun siya mga palangga. Kung hitan. Charot! Okay. So basta mga 80 mo na siya na yung mga negative 1 na charge. Okay? That's like that. Permanganate. O, di ba? NNO4 negative 1. Ganon. But it depends on the situation. Mas yung mga negative 2 dichromate. Okay? Sulfate, phosphate, ganon, chupa-chucha, and a whole lot more. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. You can comment, you can like and subscribe my YouTube channel also. Bye-bye, God bless everybody. See you later. Diba? Nakakaloka. Nakakaloka.